Don't mix refrigerants. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Chuck back again with another refrigerant checkup. Today I want to talk about why you should avoid mixing refrigerants. Three reasons why not to mix refrigerants and how you can help avoiding it accidentally. So there's a lot of refrigerants out there. There's a lot of legacy refrigerants. There's been a lot of service refrigerants that aren't necessarily installed in original equipment, but people can use in the field to service existing equipment. And there's always new refrigerants coming out. So with all these products out there, why do we not want to mix them? First of all, as you're probably well aware, under the regulations, the recovery and reclaim and reuse of refrigerants is becoming more and more an important part of our industry. And reclaim of mixed refrigerants creates a problem. Things will either be unusable, non-reclaimable. You will destroy all the value of that. And if you're following the reclaim game, it's getting more and more profitable to hold on to that, to cash out some of that material, redeploy it, keep things like circularity of the refrigerants industry and the HVACR industry in general moving in a good direction. So mixed refrigerants kind of go against reclaim and helping us do that circularity game. Second is really around performance. When you mix refrigerants, you're really creating a new blend inside of a system. You have no pressure temperature chart to base its performance off of. You really have no baseline. You're kind of flying blind in performance. Now, depending on what was mixed and how much, performance may be impacted quite a bit, or a little bit, or it may be totally unusable. But again, avoid mixing refrigerants. You don't run any of those performance issues. And then finally, when you're creating a new refrigerant, if you get into mixing things on the fly, you're really violating industry standards, potentially codes, depending on what you mix and match together. You could be creating something that's flammable and a piece of equipment that's non-flammable. You could be adding components that aren't legitimately allowed in there. And there's certain codes that are based on equipment design, and approvals are based on a certain fluid. And if you change that out to something new, you potentially could be in violation of a lot of those regulations, industry standards and codes, which are all put in place to help us have reliable, highly efficient, well-performing systems. So again, three reasons not to mix refrigerants. One, destroying reclaim value. Two, operation is going to be questionable at best. And three, you could run astray of design standards, codes, even laws and regulations. So a lot of good reasons to stay out of the practice of mixing refrigerants, especially deliberately. Sometimes mixtures occur inadvertently, and I think that comes down to diligence and reading the labels. I think the days of just going off the color of a refrigerant jug are probably behind us. We just have too much refrigerants and too much refrigerant history to reliably rely on the color of a jug. Something's light blue, medium blue, dark blue, robinette blue, a lot of blue refrigerant cylinders out there, for example. Read the label. Everything should be printed on there with the name of the refrigerant. And if you're not sure what to use or you need to find a replacement, there are procedures for a lot of things to do retrofits where you remove one refrigerant and put in another and do that according to guidelines. That's a legitimate practice. But adding one refrigerant into a system that already has some old refrigerant in there, probably not something you want to do. Hope this is helpful. I think it's on all of us in the industry to do our best to maintain our reputation for having highly efficient, well-performing systems. Part of that is safeguarding the refrigerant, making sure that we don't mix refrigerants. So I hope this was helpful, a helpful reminder. Again, if you have any questions about refrigerants, give us a shout here at Chemours. Our 800 number we'll put down in the comments. We got asked a lot of questions every day. We're glad to help you out. We have a great team of engineers and technical support people here at our headquarters. But for those of you out in the field, thanks so much for your business, your support of Freon and Opteon products. Please stay safe, have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. So long.